what's up everybody? Got another video today and we've got some new computers to play against. So that is what we are going to be rolling with. We've got these back to school. I don't get to use my 3D board, which is okay. Yeah, let's jump into it. We got 575 first. This board is kind of obnoxious. Chad's playing a Sicilian. Looks like we're good so far. I have to like almost lean back. The light squares are messing with me a bit. Let's offer the trade on d4. Got a 575 rated. Chad here is our first opponent. See what we can do. Take here. That makes sense. It's a good move. Do I have anything real sneaky? I don't think so. Kind of want to drop the bishop back. I could go like knight d4 to try and take. That's not bad either. Let's go for this. Hit the queen. We'll see where it wants to go. Here we do need to be careful to not drop the knight, but let's go ahead and castle. Pushing there as unusual. Not the move I was expecting. So here I'm expecting e5, but I don't think I mind encouraging that. Wow. Okay. Chad started off strong. Fell apart there a little bit at the end. I don't think I want to let black castle. I have knight c7, but I'm going to do this instead. Just trying to block the castle. Thinking about knight c7. Here takes. This is not the most accurate move, I'm fairly certain. But it is what we're going to go for. Let's target the pawn. Hit the rook, bring the knight back out. Got queen check here. That move makes sense. Let's come over here. Maybe go e5. Fine with that. On takes, we'll give a check. Let's go rook e1 anyways. Takes here, I can take the pawn. Here, let's give this check. And then this check. On takes, we'll take. Do I have anything cleaner? I think let's just do this. I was thinking here. Maybe queen f4. Rook has to block. Yeah, I don't really have anything cleaner. I thought I did. I don't really. Maybe just... No, don't drop it. Don't drop it to the knight. Let's start with this. Watch for this check. Check here. And I wonder if this seems like it works. I could be wrong, but I think it does. Check. Let's go check here. See where that king wants to run. All right, how do we mate? go here. And then take. I'm dragging this out for a little while, but all right. We got one new bot. We got Stanley Funk, 1065. If this was the arena tournament, I would be a little frightened, but it's a computer, so hopefully 1065 means 1065. That's what they're gonna play like. Row. I'm gonna restart this. Board's a little behind. There we go. Okay, let's go bishop e3. Probably gonna look for c4 next. We'll pre-move that capture. Knight c3. Castles. Do not get castle. I don't think I quite have a way to punish this yet. If I go like knight g5, then castle is surely following. Let's go and castle ourselves. Queen over to e7 looks weird. I think just rook e1 is a decent way to punish that. Knight here. Do I care about even kicking the knight out? Or should I just do this? Let's start with this. Knight does not go back. Okay, let's just take. And then let's go here. Isn't really netting me anything, is it? Feels like I should have something a little bit better, but I don't know that I do. This doesn't do anything. Takes, and then what do I have? Not much. I would love to just take first. Still doesn't do much for me. Here bishop jumps in. Doesn't do much. I could always just jump the knight straight into e5. Threatening to take. Let's start with this. Take back. So here I have this. If black doesn't want to lose the piece, they have to take with the pawn. Should be decent. Definitely, I could actually start with knight d7, because after knight takes, I would have this move. I'm just winning the exchange there, which I think is a little bit more concrete, but I also like the idea of opening this up. Check here. Yeah, my knight is getting kicked out though. Let's go for this. Okay. Does just take, so let's go here. We'll take that opportunity. And then how to continue progress. Let's go and attack the pawn. Okay, we'll take it. Threatening this one as well. Might as well take it. And I can very quickly start to look at rook lift. And I think I'm going to. Yeah, I don't think there's anything necessarily better. Take the queen, get rid of back rank checkmate at the same time. It's always good. I'm really not concerned about check. Let's go here. On check, we go h2. Does not get played. Let's go and offer the trade right now. Oh, don't get it. Okay, let's take. And then we can do this. King over. think we take here. On rook check, we go h2, and then I'm threatening mate. Yeah, I didn't see another way for black to defend. Let's go here. Here. And mate. All right. We got Stanley. Now we've got Bailey, 1450. Definitely nearing the danger zone. No silly losses. Let's pre-move the capture. I generally capture on d5. For a little while I played, I forget what the variation was called, but I would push e5 instead of taking on d5. I'm not entirely sure if one's better than the other. I think they're both fine. b5 is a new one. Don't necessarily want to leave this square, so let's just drop back to b3. I was going to say a5 would be exciting. Let's go ahead and castle. I'm going to go for it. So on a4, I always have this. I could just ignore and go rook e1. Rook e1, a4, bishop f4, here, takes. Do I have anything better? Knight g5 straight away. I don't think amounts to much. I could also go a3, just to keep my bishop on that diagonal. I don't think I want to relinquish any of the pressure. Black does immediately go for this, which makes sense. I'm going to ignore it. Go rook e1. I can always take here. They're going to force the issue, which makes sense. I'll jump the knight in. And then let's pin that knight, hit the pawn. Do I dare them to push? I feel like I'm starting to lose some of my initiative by taking. Let's make black get aggressive. Really? More than happy to plant the knight there. That's an interesting one. I was gonna say I was threatening this, I'm still threatening this. So we're definitely gonna play that move. Queen's covering the bishop. Anything better? I think we just take that. Rook e6 seems aggressive, but I think it's fine. And then we go ahead and pre-move this. Queen's coming in. I think I definitely just look at doubling up. Why not? Bring rook to e1. If queen takes, I start giving checks. It doesn't seem like that should really favor black. Push the pawn. We just take. Not what I was expecting. Okay. Let's offer the trade of the knights. I'm going to take that. And let's go here. Doubling up on the knight. Winning the knight. The attack feels good enough that I don't think I necessarily need to try to trade queens. Yeah, especially with a move like that. I'll just take. I didn't see an immediate mate, but it's certainly coming soon. All right, we got Bailey. We got 2 more we're going to try, and this might be the last one. We may not make it past this one. 2025. It's going to take a good game. We do get e4, e5, which I'm happy to see. Bishop c4. Nope. Get mainline, I'll go a3. Knight f6, knight c3. Looking for d3. Don't mind that move. Black plays it commonly. I'm sure that there's some idea there that I'm not aware of, but I don't feel like I generally get into positions where that move comes to bite me. Bishop here. We don't get that. This one is unique. Certainly need to take advantage of doubling up here. So I'm thinking this. Knight takes. Pawn takes. Bishop takes, and then the king is wide open, right? Can take here. Interesting. Not what I was expecting, but it certainly works. So I guess, what if here, knight e7? Because I don't really want to lose the bishop. Maybe I go g4 then. Bishop here. The only reason I wouldn't like bishop here is because of knight e7. So bishop here, knight e7, g4. With takes, takes, and then I'm getting my rook in. It's kind of aggressive, and I like it. Yeah, do go knight e7. Okay. Here, I think rook g1 first. f6 is going to come at some point for black, but there's no way for me to stop that. I don't want to go f6 myself. I'm thinking rook g1, queen d2, queenside castle. I guess a5 is starting the attack for black, but I think I'm going to be faster. I don't think I want to start with h4, so let's go here. Queen over, I feel like preparing to come this direction. Here, f6, surely. That might be fine for me. We're going to start with h4. f6. Takes. Takes, here, knight sack. Rook takes, king, queen comes in. Am I mating? That's the question. Or at least winning material. I don't know that I am. Do I like it better after queen d2? Takes, takes, knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes. King has to go f7. And that's mate. I'm liking this a lot more after queen d2. On queen d2, I wonder if the king just has to run. I think it probably does, and I think that's probably black's intent here. Is that on queen d2, the king just immediately starts running over. So then do I need to take? Take, take, knight takes, pawn takes, rook takes. And I don't even like that because the queen does cover h5 there. I think I need to start with queen d2, king f7. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Rook g3 is an interesting thought. Takes, I don't want to go takes first. What about rook g3? King sidesteps. And I think I need to get my king out. I think that is first thought here. Pawn taking is now a threat, which is annoying. But if I castle queenside, pawn takes, I do have rook h1 there. And I am going to win that pawn back. But here, push the pawn, and then I don't like my position as much. Castles here. Yeah, where's my knight even running there? Okay, don't like that. We're gonna take. If queen check, block with the knight. I think here I need to castle. So I will. Rook comes over. All right, we definitely need to create some threats on the H file now. Definitely. Can't move this rook away because knight's hanging. I don't have any tactics with just rook h3. It's slow, but I feel like queen e2. And then here. Queen e2 is going to open up my queen if I need to come this way. Yeah, I wonder what I'm doing after just g4. Dropping the knight all the way back, which I do not love. I could also start with knight g1, threatening this. Knight g1, push the pawn here. I like my knight there, though. I like being able to sack here. Knight g1 isn't necessarily going to speed anything up. Unless I wanted to go for like this long maneuver, but c6 puts a stop to that pretty quick. Knight g1 has this immediate threat. It's the only reason I necessarily like it. Knight g1 here, queen over, rook back. It feels like I'm not doing anything there. All right, no knight g1. Queen e2, trying to set up rook g2, rook h2. Nothing going there. I'm going to start with this move. Don't get that. Okay. I can ignore that for the time being. Rook g2, takes. I cover this pawn, cover the knight still. That does not work, right? What am I missing? Here, if takes, I take with check, and then I can take back. What is the play here? Yeah. Nothing, no play. Step one is probably just to immediately get my rook into the game. I could also just say, screw it. Threatening to take here and then rook. I've got the material to give up. So the thought is knight e5, purely for the sake of taking here. I don't think black has time to take the knight. Because after queen g4, how do you stop rook h1? I don't think you do. And that makes sense. Because now if queen here takes, and then the rook is blocking. But that doesn't actually work, does it? Queen g4, pawn takes, rook h1, rook blocks, queen g6. King can't take, rook can't take because it's pinned. King has to drop back and then mate. I think my calculation's right there. Don't think that does anything. Make sure I'm not missing anything. I can also, this is silly, I can also just take. But this looks more attractive. All right, we're gonna give the last one a shot. Took down the professor. We got Eugene. This isn't gonna go well, but we'll try. All right, new opening. Not one that I'm great against, so that's a good start. D4. Here, jump with the knight. I know C4 is there. I guess let's go for it. Knight just jumps back to B6 or C7. That makes sense as well. Let's jump with the knight. Bishop here. Bishop E2. We'll pre-move this. Let's castle. Yeah, I would love to push there, but I cannot. So I think here I jump the knight back. Then we take with the bishop. Do I want to try to get into an endgame? I guess we're going to find out. Here, bishop takes, here, knight out. Then I am still at least doubling up. There might be some value there. Where black goes doesn't matter there. Really? Did not consider that one. Rook over. Doesn't do much for me, but... Or do I need to defend this? I don't love it. I think I gotta take though. And then let's come here. Knight takes, yeah, that makes sense. And I can't pin because this is with check. Are there any bad discoveries if I go bishop d3? I can just drop the bishop back over here. Let's see what happens here. Just this. I was gonna say, I think black probably did have that. Kind of just hoping I'm not losing to a tactic here. I'm gonna slide my king over. I want it out of the way for any checks here. Let's protect the pawn. Bishop b1. h4 seems premature, but an option. Don't have anything there. Let's start with this. h3. King's coming up. Knight is still pinned at the moment. Let's go here. Here. Knight has squares if it wants to, but the rook's gonna have to step aside first. Can go king g2, which isn't great. It doesn't really offer me anything. It's gonna be kind of the hard part here, is what do I do to make progress? I don't know. I am not sure. No a3. a3 is possible here just because the knight's pinned, but let's go a3. Okay, I am going to take. And then we are going to have to open this up a little bit, or else I'm going to be hurting. Let's get the king up. King comes in. Yeah. I've got to go here. Can't let the king get access. Knight comes in to give checks. And I am going to be in a bad way after that. I think my only option is to go bishop d1 just to try to stop this. Knight comes in here. Do I have to push? So here does not work because of takes. If I take knight check, that looks terrible. Push, takes. I think this is my only chance. So any move with the king is going to cover this pawn because of the bishop, but I'm also then going to let black's king in. Black's king is also getting in anyways. So I feel like it's this. Takes. Here, check. Back, takes. Check. Here, takes. I think I'm losing here, but I don't think I have another option. Here I think I can do this. Maybe. Big ol' maybe. Takes there. Makes sense. We'll take back. No choice there. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. We'll play it out, make black earn it. It's not looking good. Here. Here. Takes. Just winning. That's just winning. That's nasty. That's so annoying. And there. anything. Okay, we'll keep playing it out just because. Not even gonna let me take. How mean. Take it. Did not get the stalemate. I'll go review this game at the end. We'll see what I could have done differently in the game review for that end game. I think it was fairly close up until that point. Let's load this in. We'll call it after this. Played like a 2750. I can't do too much better than that. Now, that was a fairly straightforward, slow game. My game review is the 3D pieces, which is strange, but kind of nice, I guess, here. So it says black is already ahead at this point. That was a miss. Really? So it likes this better. Yeah, what about just takes? Just to give my king a square. I suppose that makes sense. I thought the trade was helpful, just simplifying, but looking at the trend here, it seems like black was better, and although I thought maybe I could hold it here, I was not. Yeah, seeing this through, I saw all of this, which is fine. I missed this fork at the end. I thought that the knight was going to have to retreat and have trouble catching this pawn, and that my king would be in time to maybe protect these, but not the case. Where did let's come back here. So these are relatively fine. This all slightly favors black. Bishop b1 was a miss. And I guess really where I got into issues was black pushing these pawns. And I just kind of let them do that. I missed my opportunity to play f3. Yeah, and I didn't really make any mistakes beyond that point. It was just worse, and I couldn't come back. All right, well, we took... let's go back here. We took down the first four. Eugene got us with the 2800 performance. But it was fun. Better than the computer games typically go. So that'll wrap it up for this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.